What's going on, Stim Junkies? Happy Saturday to everybody. Happy High Stim Saturday, if I do say so myself. I'm probably hopped up on something right now, getting in the craziest workout of my life. Today's video actually has nothing to do with pre-workouts, believe it or not, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing something that got sent out to me by my good friends over at Huge Supplements. And what they sent my way about 2.5 months ago was their muscle building stack, which consists of 2 separate items. The first item on the list is their ecdysterone, and this one here is derived from plants, natural herbal extract. There's nothing illicit, illegal in here, nothing like that, guys. This is a natural bodybuilding supplement that's supposed to help improve lean body mass and give you strength in the gym, pumps, and all that other good stuff. So there's a lot of companies using ecdysterone right now, specifically terkesterone, which is supposed to be a pure form of it. I've ran Turk twice from a brand that I'll not mention, but I personally didn't get the best results with it. It gave me a lot of side effects that I didn't like, and I felt like the gains were minimal at best. So ecdysterone's actually been on the market much longer than terkesterone, and there are actually studies that do substantiate the validity of this product here. So I was excited to try it. The dose in here is higher than your average company's dose. It's actually double that. We're going to get into that in a moment, guys. But before that, let me show you the other bottle that they sent my way. This here is Huge Supplement Sapogenix, and it is meant to be stacked along with the ecdysterone. The dosages come out exactly perfectly. They align, they sync together. So you're essentially taking 1 capsule each in the morning and 1 capsule each in the evening. Very simple, very easy, not overly complicated. But this one here on the label, I'm not even going to attempt to read the label because it's a whole bunch of stuff that I cannot pronounce. But essentially, it is also an anabolic activator, and it's supposed to help activate the ecdysterone, and they really do synergize well together. They're meant to be taken together as companion products. Now, you can buy both of these separately on hugesupplements.com, or you can get them together. I think it's about $130 if you get the 2, so it's a little bit expensive. And this is why I'm here, to give you my 2-month cycle results. Because if you guys want to commit to something like this, and you are naturals, as am I, then you guys have to know if it's worth your money or not, because there are a lot of options out there. There's a bunch of different test boosters you can run, muscle builders, and this one here is a premium product. So I ran this for 2 months. I got to give a massive shout out to my good friends over at Huge Supplements. They sent me a 2-month stack for me to run. I told them I would document the entire journey, and I did. Later in the video, I'm going to show you guys my 2-month process. I took a bunch of pictures in various places, various poses at different times, and we're going to go through the 2-month cycle. I'm going to show you exactly, and you guys are going to see for yourselves whether this product is worth picking up or not. So without further ado, let's roll that intro, and I'll see you guys when you get back. Gotta let it burn. Okay, so I spent my first weekend before taking this combination in Connecticut, went to visit my mom, and I did take 2 pictures as my before photos, just upper body, so you guys can see what my entire midsection looks like, my arms, my shoulders, and it will give you an idea, a starting idea, where I was before taking the cycle. I got home on Sunday, and Monday morning, I did begin running the cycle. I ran it every single day as specified, 1 capsule of each in the morning, 1 capsule of each in the evening, always with food. When I ran terkesterone on its own previously, I made the mistake of taking it on an empty stomach in the morning because I don't really have much of an appetite in the morning. I just have a cup of coffee, and that holds me over usually until 10:30, 11 o'clock. But that is a big mistake. If you guys are taking any natty test boosters, be it something you get for 20 bucks off of Amazon or one of these premier combos right here from Huge Supplements or from any other brand, always drink a lot of water with it and take it after you have eaten, or else you will get stomach problems. Speaking of stomach problems, there was a little bit of cramping in the first week or so. Nothing too crazy, not too over the top, nothing unbearable. But even though I did take these with food for the first week, there was a little bit of uneasiness in the stomach, but that went away after the first week. I guess your body needs a little bit of time to adjust to these new substances that are entering it, and it is recomping your body in a sense, or at least it's meant to. So there's about a week of an adjustment period. Maybe you guys won't have that adjustment period. I'm very sensitive. I'm also very in tune with my body. I've been running natty test boosters for well over 6 or 7 years before I even got started with my fitness journey, before I was even High Stim Ace. So I'm very, very in tune when it comes to these types of products here. So after the first week, the stomach cramps went away and it was good. Everything was good. I did feel a little bit more energized throughout the day. Nothing crazy. This isn't a stimulant blend, obviously, but I felt a good sense of well-being. I woke up every morning energized. I didn't feel groggy on most days. My sleep was a little bit better. And overall, I was feeling pretty happy. And then on week 2 is when one of my biggest problems began occurring. So 2 weeks onwards, I started getting a massive hunger. But when I say a massive hunger, I mean a seriously massive hunger, to the point where I was eating 2 yogurts in the morning with my morning cup of coffee, drinking 2 scoops of protein as well right after consuming the coffee. Now remember, guys, I usually have a cup of coffee and then I don't really eat until 10:30, 11 o'clock when I'm already about an hour and a half, 2 hours at work. But I start eating a breakfast every single day and I don't have time to make eggs or whatever. I got to rush out and go to work. I was really, really hungry, and 2, 3, 4 weeks in, the hunger persisted. Now, I did eventually manage to calm it down by month 2. I kind of got used to my body's new way of operating and I was able to start restraining myself, but that hunger never really quite went away. And this is what leads me to believe that this here is definitely an effective product. It's definitely doing something in your body. I was training hard during this entire time, during my entire first month running this stack here. I was training super hard in the gym and I felt like my muscles were actually expanding during this time. Once again, guys, stay tuned. I will show you the entire montage in a little bit. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll see for yourselves whether there is a difference or not. The hunger definitely came as part of me training harder, and because I do believe these ingredients help your muscles grow, so your muscles require more nourishment. Therefore, I felt hungrier. But the thing is, as you guys know, high stim ACE is always cutting, right? I'm trying to shed fat. I got another maybe 10% body fat I'm trying to drop, trying to get to 20%. So for me, I've been cutting the past 2 months, but obviously certain days I would overeat a little bit and go over my caloric allowance. I try to eat about 2,000 calories a day. Certain days I'd go up to 2,800 because again, the Ecdysterone Sapogenix combo was making me hungry. So I was eating not unhealthy things, but I was eating more of what I normally would be eating. So the calories do add up, obviously. And therefore, I felt like this had a very interesting effect on me. I recomped on this product and I noticed it and people noticed it as well. Now, when I started my journey, my cycle, I was at 275 pounds. I've been hovering between 270 and 276 for God knows how long. It's very frustrating, but I was at about 275 when I started, and when I ended the entire cycle, I was also at about 275, 276. But I did drop 1 belt size during that time, and I visually see a difference. When you guys see that first picture I'm going to show you, and the final 3, 4 pictures, the difference is day and night. Even people I see in the gym that only see me maybe once or twice a week, they always tell me, Ace, you're slimming, you're looking great. And even my coworkers mentioned it. So obviously, this is anecdotal evidence. It's not quote unquote hard, concrete evidence, but it's something that people around me in my life noticed. I notice it, and it's definitely something that visually is present. And once again, guys, stay tuned to the presentation, the slideshow, whatever you want to call it, because you're going to see it for yourselves instead of just listening to me talk about it. So really by week 3 is when I started noticing the visual changes. My face started thinning out. And again, I'm eating at about 2,000 calories a day, certain days going up a little bit more, a couple of hundred extra, but I wasn't losing any weight. I wasn't gaining any weight, at least not on the scale. But the body, what I believe happened was recomping. I do believe I put on maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 pounds of muscle during these 2 months. I've been training really, really hard, guys. And I do believe I did drop a little bit of body fat, so it recomped and essentially helped me put on a little bit of muscle while burning a little bit more fat. Now we fast forward to week 6 through 8, and that is really where most of the change happened. If you guys are considering picking this up, definitely don't get this just for 1 month. I mean, you can get it for 1 month and see how you feel 2 weeks in and then make a decision whether you want to continue or not. But to me, if you take this for just 1 month, it kind of defeats the entire purpose because it takes your body just 1 or 2 weeks to adjust to this new feeling. And if you're cutting it at 4 weeks, essentially, you're not even beginning to start reaping the benefits. I personally think that week 5 and beyond is where you start seeing the most changes, essentially in month 2. But really, week 6.5 through to week 8, the final week on it, I noticed the most changes, visually speaking. And the energy was good and consistent. It's not, again, it's not like taking stimulants and being hopped up the entire day. You're not going to feel that. but there's a good sense of well-being. You're going to feel balanced, a good sense of balance. The sleep is definitely improved on this. And overall, I think that the gains are worth it if everything else in your life is in check. And what I mean by that is, guys, if you do plan on dropping $130 or whatever it is and grabbing yourself a 1 month supply of this combo here, then you best make sure that everything else in your life is on point. Because if you're going to get this and then certain days you're going out and getting pizza or McDonald's or fast food or whatever, and then other days you're lazy in the gym, you're not pushing, you're not training, you're not drinking enough water, you're not walking, you're not doing your cardio. If things in your life are out of whack, if you're not getting enough sleep, whatever it may be, you guys know what I'm talking about, then I'm going to tell you right now it's not worth picking this up. Only get this product here if you're actually going to be committed to the entire 2 month cycle, eating clean, tracking what you're eating, doing cardio, hitting the weights at least 4 or 5 times a week, and actually pushing in the gym, not being lazy and doing whatever. Because otherwise, guys, there's no point. At best, you will get about a 10% boost to your overall physique and performance, and that's me being brutally honest. And you have to understand that most people are going to hear me say that and they're going to say, oh, then it's not worth it. Wrong. Us naturals need to utilize whatever advantage we can get. We're not injecting ourselves with things, okay? So we are natties, and for us, we will utilize whatever advantage we can get. If it's 1% here, 2% there, 5% there. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to get a 10% boost with these two products here. So for me personally, a 10% boost is something that's well worth investing in, provided everything else in my life at that point is in check. I saw a couple of reviews from a year and a half ago, and these people were overhyping the product and saying that it's like steroids and it's like the most anabolic substance ever. I highly disagree with that, guys. You have to have very realistic expectations when you go in and you purchase a product like this, because if you go in with the idea of, I'm going to make gains the same way that the SARM goblins are making gains, or people that are taking illicit substances that are illegal, then you're going to be in for a disappointing time, because this is not going to give you those kinds of gains. You're not going to turn into a jacked beast within 2 months. But if you're committed to the lifestyle and the clean eating and the exercise regimen, you're getting enough sleep, you're staying hydrated, you're taking your electrolytes, your BCAAs, whatever it is, and you're living that lifestyle, then this here is an amazing product, a great stack. You can run it for 2, I think even 3 months. I would have ran it for another month, but there's other things I want to run. So for the purposes of being a reviewer and running a variety of products, I stopped it after 2 months, but I was starting to feel great. And I feel like if I would have continued into the 3rd month, the results would have been that much better. So I've yapped enough, guys. Now it's time for you to actually see for yourselves what I looked like before I started the cycle and where we ended up. I will see you all when you get back. So this picture was taken the day before I started the cycle, so a little bit over 2 months ago. Upper body is pretty defined, as is the chest, but you can see the fat in the midsection, the belly is hanging and the sides are coming out. This is also a little bit of a different angle, but as you can see, the midsection has always been an issue for me, and I was hoping to solve that with this cycle that I was running. So this is what I was looking like the day after starting my cycle. Pretty well defined, but as you can see, the arms aren't as big as they are now. The belly is definitely hanging a little bit, and you can notice that even when I'm flexing, the triceps are popping, but again, the belly and especially the chest, you could see a little bit of fat over there, and it doesn't look all too great. We're about a week and a half, 2 weeks into the cycle, and my face is noticeably getting slimmer over here. I took a little quick selfie in the van. I thought I looked good, and overall I'm starting to feel much better at this point. 3 weeks in is really when everything started coming together. My pumps in the gym were absolutely crazy, and even throughout the day when I wasn't training, I noticed I was full and pumped up. It was a really good feeling, and we're a little bit zoomed in right now, and you can really see the vascularity and definition. I wasn't even running a pump formula for this particular workout, and I looked absolutely shredded. About a month in at this point, and you can noticeably see the biceps getting bigger, being more puffed out, and the stomach is starting to shrink a little bit here. I thought this was a good photo, and here we did take one right in front of the weights, and you can see I'm noticeably slimmer. The face, the midsection, noticeably slimmer, but the arm is still jacked. Beautiful flex here on biceps day. You could see the midsection is starting to lean out, and the arm is just popping. It looks so beautiful. About 5 weeks in at this point, and I'm really proud of myself. I went to visit mom for the weekend, and I didn't train whatsoever on this weekend, but I look really nice and slim here, maintained my physique. Like I said, I felt really pumped up, even on days where I wasn't training, and you could see the upper body's looking great here. The arms are looking jacked, and although I still have a little bit of fat and love handles, I look much more buff and strong overall. Another gym selfie here in front of my favorite mirror, and the arms are looking nice. The stomach is still there, but noticeably smaller. I noticed it anyway, and the face looks slimmer as well. My friend took this photo of me here in the locker room, and man, this one looks really, really good. This is the one I actually use for my Instagram cover right now, but I felt really great that day. Great pump overall. 6 weeks in is where really everything starts coming together. You could see how well defined my back is here. The biceps are popping, the back is looking shredded, and despite me dealing with a little bit of midsection fat, it's overall looking really well defined and really well balanced. We're at the 7-week mark right now, and I am noticeably slimmer. The definition is there, the back is looking good, the veins are popping, the arm has slimmed down, and a little bit of the fat is gone, but overall really rock hard and shredded, and the midsection is slimmer than ever. This photo was taken on the very same day, and the arm, as you could see from this front angle, is popping. Great definition on the shoulder area. Midsection is slimmer and overall puffed up and looking really, really good. And this is another one here, man. The arm was just so blown up in this day, and I felt freaking incredible. Such a good workout and a good pump too. Still at about 7.5 weeks, you could see the definition, especially in the tricep area. The tricep has never popped out like that before, and I was pleasantly pleased with it. Went out to eat here, and I noticed that my face was very, very slim, definitely less fat overall, and that is something I noticed with this recomp that has been occurring over my 2-month cycle. Hit a crazy back day here with my good friend Timmy. He did take that photo, and I believe I took a pump formula on this day, but look at the definition on here. Definitely something that I haven't seen before, and you could see the back definition popping through that shirt, man. It's a good feeling when you look that jacked in the gym. This picture here was taken in Connecticut last week, and I thought I looked really slim, especially considering the fact that I was sitting down. Usually I don't look too great when I sit, all the fat kind of falls to the midsection, but I thought I looked really lean here, all things considered, and it was a great photo. I took a quick screenshot from one of my Instagram videos here, and I was holding this box over my head, wasn't even really flexing all that much, but you could see the guns popping on both sides. This is already the final week of me running the Ecdysterone and Sapogenix, and I look really swole here. Lastly, we got 2 photos of High Stim Ace out in the wild. I got to go to a meet and greet and meet the legendary Vince Russo, and it was such a great pleasure and honor to meet this guy. But I looked great here. I'm sporting my Huge Supplements shirt, and I haven't trained in 2 days, so as you could see, still looking lean and pumped, and overall very confident and happy.
Pretty crazy stuff, right? Sometimes you guys forget because you're used to seeing me on the screen a couple of times a week. I try to upload 3 videos a week, and you guys see me on the screen regularly, so I may not look all that different, especially with the angle that I have here with my tripod. It only captures my upper body in a bit of an awkward angle, so you may not notice these minute changes, but after seeing that slideshow and seeing my full body, me in the gym, flex, pumped up, even on days where I didn't take pump products, then obviously you see that this is working, because other than taking these supplements, I didn't change anything in my life. I still got into good workouts 4 or 5 days a week and really pushing hard each time. My diet was on point, getting in about 200 to 200 grams of protein daily and drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, because you guys are taking all these supplements and you're dehydrated. It's not worth it. You got to keep it flowing in your body. You got to keep the blood flow going. So stay hydrated when taking these supplements. So my final verdict on the Sapogenix and Ecdysterone, it gets a thumbs up in my book. I think these are great products, worth the money. In my opinion, these are definitely better quality than your typical $20 Ecdysterone you'll find on Amazon or whatever. There's a lot of brands making a lot of claims, but with Huge Supplements, you know you're getting quality because they're a legitimate top tier quality brand. So if you guys do want to shell out the money, you can pick it up on hugesupplements.com, and you can use my discount code ACE10 to save 10% off your entire order, and you're also going to help support the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. This was a 2-month in the making video, and I do hope you guys give this video love. Like the video, comment down below, share the channel, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. Did you enjoy this format of me documenting my 2-month cycle? Let me know, and maybe the next Natty Test Booster I'll run, I'll document it as well. Maybe even get some video this time around. We shall see. So, guys, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Once again, show my boys over at Huge Supplements some love. Thank you guys so much for sending this one my way. I gave it to you straight no matter what. I know it cost them a lot of money to send these my way. An entire 2-month cycle, man. Freaking Huge Supplements.
What an amazing company. But no matter what, guys, you, my beloved community, are my responsibility, and I will always give it to you straight because you guys are my priority. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the rest of High Stim Saturday. Don't forget to get Stim and get in those crazy High Stim sessions. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.